I've previously done a video on how to use the GMath add-on to insert equations directly into your Google Docs, but I did want to share with you the built-in equation editor that you can use directly in Docs without having to add anything. And this is handy if you just want to quickly add an equation, but you want it to actually look like an equation with the correct italicizing and symbols and so on. So there are two ways that you can insert an equation, and I'll start by showing you the most basic one. You can click Insert and Equation. So what that will do is you'll notice a little blue box appears and you can type inside that. That's your equation box. You'll also notice that another toolbar has appeared underneath your normal toolbar and menu, and that's where you can get special equation tools. Now, once you're in that equation, you can just start typing in it using the keyboard if you want. So I'm going to say y equals x plus 2. And there's my equation. If that's all I want for my equation, I can click out of it and I have my equation inserted directly in line into my Google Doc. You can keep typing normally all around it. Now, if you want to edit your equation, you can just click in it and you can continue to edit it. You'll notice that the toolbar that appeared is not going to go away, and so you can use that toolbar to insert more equations by just clicking on New Equation. That'll give you a new equation box. Now, to look at some cool things you can do with this, this time I'm going to use one of the symbols. So you can add in an operator, or you can add in special symbols or notations that are for math in particular. Now, one thing that's very cool is that if you are familiar at all with LaTeX, the coding language that a lot of people use for math things, and if you've used GMath at all, then you definitely have at least seen it. The equation editor knows a few of these commands. So I'm going to start my equation again, and this time I'm going to type C dot and a space. So using that slash and C dot allowed me to use the LaTeX language to insert a multiplication dot, because I knew that that's the command for doing that in LaTeX. And that can save you some time from having to go all the way up to the toolbar and insert something. So you can see, can also make a summation symbol if I want to do that too. When you are using things like superscripts and subscripts and that summation notation, you'll notice that it gives you a different place to start typing. So I'm going to type x and then caret, and that knows that I want to do an exponent. Again, you can do this with your toolbar if you want to as well. And my cursor goes up, so I'm in the exponent. To get out of that, you just use your arrow keys to push over, and then you can get out of the exponent. Alternatively, you can stay up there and you can keep typing in your exponent depending on what you need your equation to be. Now, those shortcuts that I'm using, like the caret and using the underscore, will give you a subscript. There we go. Those are all things that you might be familiar with, again, through that LaTeX language. And that's something that you might want to look into if you're using the equation editor a lot, because it's going to save you some time. Now, it doesn't know all of the commands, but it does know quite a bit of them. And like greater than or equal to. And again, that's going to make your equations a little bit more efficient and look a little bit better. Nothing wrong with using the tools, but I like shortcuts, so I'm showing you a shortcut too. Now, once you have your equations in there, you can, like I said, edit them, and just by going in and selecting them. And again, they're in line, so you can type around them. So that's how you can use the Google Docs version of Equation Tools. Right now, it only works in Google Docs. It isn't available in any other apps. So if you do make them in one app and want to see them in another, you can't really copy paste them quite as easily as you can the images that are inserted with the GMath. But again, this is a way to quickly add some simple equations right into your documents. Now, I did mention at the beginning of the video that there were two ways to get a new equation. first off was to go into Insert, and it gave us our new toolbar and it gave us a box right away. If you want, I'm going to hide the toolbar for a minute. If you go under View, you can also get to the Equation Toolbar through View by clicking Show Equation Toolbar. That will open it up and you can start editing and adding new equations from there. So that is the equation tool or the equation tools that are available to you in Google Docs.